You care way too much as a man. So stop giving a fuck. Guys, I am the poster child for caring way too much. Okay, years ago, we'll say about 6 years ago, maybe a little longer. No, about 6 or 7 years ago, I was in a relationship. Actually, I wasn't in a relationship. I was dying to be in a relationship with this woman that I worked with. So we actually started working together. And at first, I had zero attraction towards her. But I noticed that everyone else had attraction towards her. Like a lot of other guys wanted to be with this girl. And I didn't see what they saw. Physically, she was not ugly. She just wasn't for me. And then one day, she was trying so hard to get my approval. She was seeking out interacting with me. And she was like, "Can I get your Snapchat?" And I thought, this girl's into me. Oh, now that changes things. So now I completely flipped it on his head and I became obsessed with this girl. And I tried to date this girl as best as I could. And the way I approached it was I was constantly seeking her approval. I cared so much about what she thought to the point that I actually mimicked her so much because I learned in sales. I learned that you want to mimic the prospect because that builds rapport. They think, "Oh, we have things in common. Commonality. I like this person. We're very similar." So I thought that's how you get girls. You have to be similar to them. So anything she would say, "I like this." And I'm like, "Me too. I like this. Me too. Whoa, crazy." Even if I never knew what she was even talking about. And I would try to get into it. Like some music I had never heard. And I'd be like, "Wow, this is such good music," even if I didn't like it. I was just changing myself for her. And what this ended up doing, we actually became really close as friends. I got friend zoned super, super hard. And then when I tried to make a real move on her, first off, I did it so horribly. I did it so horribly. I did it from such a like apologetic side. Like I'm so sorry. I can't help how I feel for you, but I'm just these feelings have come up, but they were always there. They were always there after she first showed me those signs of approval because that's what I was looking for. As a man, I had no women in my life. So I was dying craving for a relationship. So even though this girl was someone I wasn't attracted to initially and really wasn't that like we didn't have that much in common. I was forcing commonality. I still wanted to date her. And to the point that I felt so hard for this girl. I would obsess over her, as I mentioned. So all this caring, all this seeking of approval just pushed her romantically, pushed her away. And then when she started to interact with other men, it would destroy me. And guys, this actually led to the worst part of this whole situation that led to us never interacting again. I have not spoken to this woman again since this last point where I tried really, really hard to get her. It was like a Hail Mary, a last ditch effort to try to get a relationship with her. But it was right after she told a mutual friend who told me that she thought that I was gay and I was trying to use her as a cover up. She thought I was trying to manipulate her because I was being so inauthentic by just mimicking her. She didn't even know who I really was at all. She only knew the side that I was showing her, which was this like I want to be just like you side. I cared way too much. And not only did it completely ruin my chances of dating this girl, it completely ruined a bunch of friendships because I was friends with all of her friends and I got totally kicked out of the friend group pretty much because of our interaction. And then I was heartbroken by being told I was gay. It made me question my whole sexuality. It ruined the next few years of dating for me because I questioned it. Am I gay? Is this why I act this way? I didn't know what to do. Obviously, I'm not gay. I've gone down that rabbit hole, and I can tell you unequivocally that I'm not gay. But I will tell you that I would have not even gone down that route had it not been for this experience. And this would not have gone this way had I just not cared so fucking much. And so, what changed for me? How this changed my interactions when I stopped giving so much of a fuck. For one, I chose me. I spent the next few years putting me first, what I like, who I want to be with, the people I want to spend time with, the music I want to listen to, the way I want to spend my days. I don't care what anyone else wants. What they want to do, who they want to be, that's their business, and I got my business. And once I leaned into that fully and completely and became myself unequivocally, then when I started to meet women, they crave that. They crave this man who doesn't give a fuck about anything other than his mission and his purpose and being the best version of himself and putting positivity out into the world. They love that. It's like basically I'm like on a train and the train is moving full speed one direction. And when I see a girl that I like, I just hold her my hand and say, "Do you want to come along?" The train is not going to stop for you. The train is not going to turn around for you. The train is not going to shift direction for you. But if you're interested in where the train's going, you can come along. And that freedom to choose, that lack of neediness, they love it. They love it. And even I'll give you an example of this in real time so it's less theoretical as I've been speaking. It's kind of like very, very imaginatory, right? With the train analogy. Let me give you a real example. I was on an Insta date with a woman I met at the mall. And we were in Ulta. She wanted to buy some makeup or whatever. And so we're in Ulta. And she goes off to go. She was like returning products that she had purchased and didn't like. So she was bringing it back to Ulta. And while she was, I was looking at cologne and I was talking to the woman about the cologne. And I was actually kind of flirting with the woman. I wasn't really flirting with her, but I was getting to know her. I was socializing with her, asking her about where she's from, what she's into, blah, 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 while she sells me cologne. And then I started to talk to other people too, kind of rope them in. I'm socializing, and I'm in my mind, I know the girl I'm on a date with is over there, and maybe she notices me talking to these other girls, and maybe it's like it bothers her a little bit, but I don't give a fuck because I'm a social guy. I'm in Ulta. There's nothing but women around. I would socialize with dudes if there were dudes here, but there are not. But I gotta be social. That's who I am. So I don't give a fuck. If she's over there bothered by it, I don't give a fuck. And guess what? Never came up. And I think it even strengthened her attraction for me because then she came over and started to touch me more. Because she's like, no, this is mine. But y'all can talk to him, y'all can look, but you can't have him. This is mine, at least for today. And so that has completely shifted all of my interactions. Even when I go out to bars and clubs and I talk to multiple women, I see other women desiring me because I talk with such lack of, I don't give a fuck. So the way you start to do this, like how do you stop giving so much of a fuck and start choosing yourself? You have to first, I mean, that is it. Like what I just said, you have to choose yourself. You have to choose who you want to be, decide what you want to do. What is your mission and your purpose in life? Figure that out. Or at least be working towards figuring that out. I know that's hard to figure out. Trust me, I know. But figure that out. Start to take care of your body or do things that you like to do because you like to do them, not because you think you might meet girls. I used to do a lot of yoga. And I used to do a lot of yoga and go to yoga studios because I know women would go to yoga studios and I was trying to meet women. I wasn't actually that into yoga. Now, I do kind of like yoga, but I'm not that into it, honestly. Dancing. I love dancing. Not even to meet women, though you do meet women, but I really love dancing. And when I would give a fuck, I would go to dancing trying to impress women, right? And it would repel them. But recently I meet women all the time, so I go to dancing just for me and I love it. It's completely changed the way I experience dancing. Honestly, now I love it so much, and when I'm dancing with a woman, I'm connecting with her in a way that I didn't before because it's not about her, it's about the dance now. It's not about getting her phone number or whatever. So the way you start really doing this is just choosing yourself. Now, if this feels really challenging, this is the first part of my program. When I work with someone one-on-one, helping them pick their self and be confident in who they are first, so that then when they meet women, they're not giving so much of a fuck and chasing the woman. They're having the women chase them because they're giving off the energy and the vibe that women are attracted to. That's what we do in the first couple of weeks of the program. So if that's something that interests you, for totally free, we could talk for about an hour so I can fully understand your situation and what you're looking for and whether or not my program is actually going to benefit you. But if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you can schedule a call at the link below and we can have a conversation. Otherwise, guys, that's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.